Welcome back. In case you just happened onto this video, my name is Dr. CAROLYN COON. There have been 3 previous videos to this one. They were designed to introduce me to you, to help you understand what it is that I do, which is to write and to teach, and to give you a context of that writing and teaching. This is the 4th and final video in this series. Someone asked me what it is that I want the reader or viewer to take away. One would be to challenge you about you, who you are, how you go about being you. And 2, to help you appreciate, to realize and understand that alone you really can't become all that you have been intended to be. But with the Lord in your life, you really have all that you need to become the best you and to live the abundant life that Jesus has obtained for us. To be honest, I love titles, which is why I entitled this particular video the 3 R's: righteousness, relationship, and renewal. I'm very passionate about this. If I had only one message that I could give, it would be that righteousness leads us to relationship. Relationship leads us to renewal. And renewal is dependent upon replacement. Righteousness is one of those big words. And a lack of understanding of righteousness leads us to being spiritually crippled. Righteousness really means being in right standing with God. It's that simple and that impossible to attain. But in His wisdom, God knew that way beforehand. So what He did was He provided a way. You'll find it in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21. For He, God, made Him, Jesus, who knew no sin, to be sin for us, that we might become the righteousness of God in Him. That's called an exchange. Our sin is righteousness. He made us, when we accepted Jesus as Lord, righteous. Is that heady? That's heady. That is wonderful. But He didn't stop there, because God knew we were human, which means we sin, we err, we make mistakes. So He gave us 1 John, which tells us that when we do sin, if we confess this to Him and are truly repentant, that He is quick to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. You have to realize, too, that righteousness is the basis for relationship. Remember in Scripture when Jesus called the disciples friends? And do you realize that that's available to us? I can't even describe everything that is available for us when we enter into a relationship with the Lord. I could use superlatives, because what we receive is truly priceless. Lastly, renewal. Renewal is our action, our behavior. It's what we do as we grow into being our best us. We're told numerous times in Scripture to put off the old man, to put on the new man, to renew our minds. To me, that says it's something we can do. Not alone, we need His help, but we can do it. My caution to you, though, is this. Don't just rid yourself of the sins to get rid of those counterproductive, self-defensive attitudes and thoughts, because He also tells us in Philippians to think on these things: whatsoever is true, honorable, just, pure. Think on those things. We need to replace the other thinking with thinking on those things. And we need to replace where the sins were with the fruit of the Spirit, which is found in Galatians. I believe that reading should leave us challenged. It's how we grow. If you read my last book, Be an Overcomer, you'll realize that the challenge has just begun, but that you have entered into a lifelong adventure of discovering, which so happens to be the title of my next series, Journey of Discovering. As I said earlier, this is the last of these 4 videos. So returning to the very first video and my very first question, has this been worth your time? I would hope that minimally your interest about you and becoming your best you is enhanced. Now the new question, what do you want to do next? Whether you choose to buy any of my books, do choose you. Choose to become the best you can be, to continue to build a personal relationship with the Lord, to continue to grow and learn. You have been given a wonderful gift. It's called life. And regardless of your circumstances, you can make it fruitful, full, and fulfilling. It's always your choice. And do know that this isn't the final video, just of this series. So stay tuned for more.